mid-1800s, women were not treated fair at all. They couldn't do a lot of things, especially compared to today. They couldn't go to conventions, and if they did, they would be treated fairly badly. Like when Ma and Sandra went to the anti-slavery convention. And when they got there, they were forced to sit behind a curtain, hidden from the view. And this really made those women feel like they were being treated unfair. After that, these women started up a women's rights convention. And if those ladies did not stand up for themselves, I have no idea where I'd be in this world today. We would probably still be getting treated like dirt, like back in the day when they couldn't vote or hold office. When the women got married, their husbands became owner of all of their property. But worst of all, they had the right to hit their wives as long as it didn't injure them seriously. And if that was still going on today, many things would be completely different. Because women have more respect for themselves, and they won't let men treat them like that. And many girls have accomplished great things and have big impacts on our history today. For example, Amelia Earhart, who was the first woman to fly across the Atlantic Ocean. She showed people that girls can do anything boys can do, and she really inspired many women around the world. She became the first woman to fly across the world, showing people anything can happen as long as you're dedicated. Also, during this time, slavery was slowly coming to an end, and African women were not only fighting for the right as a woman, but hoping slavery would come to a final end. And many people today don't have to worry about their race or their sex or have to fight for their rights. And this is all because of these strong pride women. Anyone can work where they want and do what they please because of these strong women. Women are as equal as anyone else. After 1848, many women worked for changes in many other different areas, and it worked. New York State passed a law allowing women to keep property and wages after marriage, showing the men that we ladies can do anything on our own. It also shows them that we can handle ourselves. In the Santa Falls Convention, the women strongly believed that education was a key to equality. Thanks to the 200 women and 40 men at the Santa Falls Convention passing the laws, the women can work at schools and in churches, and also to let women vote. And these few laws, because back in the mid-1800s, women were usually taught to draw and write, and also dance. Then went back into mathematics and science, like their brothers. This is why people thought that women were supposed to develop themselves into marriage and kids. So why do they need education? But Emma Willard and Mary Lawn thought differently about this subject. They worked and finally improved education for women. Willard opened a high school for girls in Troy and in New York. Meanwhile, Mary Lawn spent years raising money for Mount Holyoke Females Seminary in Massachusetts. She was going to call it a college, but because of that, she knew that many people thought that it was wrong for women for education, so she just called it the seminary. And in 1837, it became the first women's college in the United States. With these hardworking ladies, we didn't end up getting treated like worthless, unknowledge people. In 1849, Elizabeth Blackwell was the first woman in the United States with a medical degree from the American Medical School. Later in 1867, she set up the first nursing school in the nation. This really inspired many people by showing that women are smart and weren't made for just raising families, and that they could really have an impact on people's lives. And that letting girls know that they are capable of doing many things. And once again, thanks to all these wonderful women, we are the country and the people who make up what we are today. I am grateful for the strength of the women who have gone before me and stood up for our rights.